Hey, what's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? All right. Look like everything sounds good. Yep. Everything sounds good, man. I'm here at the family estate. Yep. I'm here at the family estate, man. I haven't been going live. I'm gonna try to be more frequent with my lives if I can, man, because I'm getting back active. Um, I haven't been doing lives because first of man, thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all for watching the video. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I do appreciate that, man. Man, my manners are horrible. I just, you know what? I'm one of those persons who never met a stranger. You know what I'm saying? Like you ever met a person, or do you know somebody who they're comfortable almost everywhere they go, right? Like they're polite, they're pleasant. You know, whenever they're out in the streets, there you see them out and about. You know, they're inviting. You know, and they're not afraid to speak to somebody, and that's me. I'll dive right on in, man. I have a friend right now. Um, she's a little standoffish, right? And I can go weeks or a few days without speaking to her, and she'll be like, and I'll just dive right on into the conversation. She'll be like, whoa, I ain't woke up with you. Hey, say hello. And I'm like, oh my God, how you doing? Oh, but that's me. I just dive right on in, man. Are y'all like me? Just dive right on in to the conversation, or you like to do the unnecessary necessaries, man. I think that's just my bloodline. My uncle was the same way. You know, there was a story about, my uncle, right? He'll call you over the phone, he'll say your name, go straight into the conversation. Do 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 do. Boo 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 do do. He'll give you the details, what it is, run the play, and before you know it, all right, bye. Click, hang up the phone. That's me. I go right on in, man. Shout out to y'all if y'all are the same way. And we go ahead and go straight to it, man. But yeah, man, go ahead and get straight to it. As you can see from the title of the video, we're exposing the lease purchase driver settlements, and it's gonna be featuring chasing Andrew Jackson. Shout out to him, man. Andrew Jackson, he is a content creator. He is a owner operator. I think he said he's in Memphis, Tennessee, and he's a country boy through and through. He's an owner operator, and I've been following his career for a while. Like I've been really following his content for a minute. Um, like watching his videos really did encourage me to get into the trucking industry. Um, Especially some of his videos with him and Coco, some of the best material on YouTube. I advise y'all to check those videos out. Coco's journey and chasing Andrew, some of the best trucking content in the world. Man, that thing was explosive, dog. I'm telling you, them two. And you know what? The good thing about those two is that they had some highs and some lows, and they really taught us some real ownership, right? Like, yo, those two really put their minds together and their brands together, and they put their money together, and they ended up both buying cash trucks, right? Like they really encouraged the idea that, hey, you don't have to drive for somebody else. Like you can work for yourself. You could be your own boss, make your own rules. And that right there was inspiring. Coco is still she stopped driving trucks, but she's back into trucks. Like she still kept her cash truck because it's hers. She's making a lot of she's making a lot of repairs to that new truck and getting it back over the road. And Andrew Jackson, he's chasing Andrew. He's doing some other stuff, right? But he's still spitting some good game out there that I believe is necessary and needed, especially in 2025, man. Because when you see my settlements, you're gonna be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you, dog." Yes, these are my settlements. These are my settlements, and I will be exposing them for the world to see. And we're going to be breaking it down. We're going to be watching the commentary from Chase and Andrew because I do believe that he's going to really, I think, inspire truckers and drivers to make the next step in their trucking career. I really do believe that, right? And because when I watched this video, it has spoke to me like, damn, dog, like you're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. Hold up, wrong one. Like you're right, Chase and Andrew. I should be a owner operator, right? Like as much money as we put into these lease purchase machines, like, damn. Like, you know what? You could put that money into a cash truck, $20,000, $30,000 because, drive a truck, man, you can kind of save up some money, like if you do it right, you really could. And 30,000 to get you in a good truck. 40K get you even in a better truck. You know what I'm saying? Like my homeboy, he had a $20,000 truck back in the day, and I let it go. Right, I let it slide by. This was during the COVID years when y'all know how that COVID money was. Man, that COVID money, that C-19 money was different, bro. Good God, and you know what? And here's the thing. Here's the thing. When you're thinking those great days will always be like that, those weeks where you're making 7, 8K, you know what I mean, and you're bringing home those big old settlements, and you're thinking it's gonna be like that forever. Then one day it goes from here, and it completely nosedive into the ground, like, and you're like, what the? And that's where I'm at right now, and I'm looking back like, damn. If I would have just got that cash truck then, I would have been good. I would have been good. But I skipped out, man, and here I am in the damn hole, struggling to get up out that mud. But we're going to go ahead and jump into this part of the video where we're going to review Chasing Andrew, reacting to it. And then after that, I'm going to expose my settlements for the last month. Let me see, the month of November. Yeah, let's do the whole month of November. Going into Thanksgiving with no money, it sucks. It really does. All right, next scene. Let's go. Okay, here we go. All right, so this fella right here, this is Chasing Andrew Jackson, and this is a recent video that he just released. It's called What's My Weekly Trucking Expenses? And man, once he like really like kind of spoke on some stuff, man, I'm like, man, you know what? We've been doing it all wrong. We've been doing it all wrong, man. All right. So gonna go ahead and watch this video, react to it, get to the settlements.
Playing trucking on legendary mode.
And he's funny too. This dude is hilarious. He should have a career in stand up. Like he's funny.
What's going on YouTube?
What's good?
Today is Wednesday, November 19th, 2025. And I see some of you guys are still playing trucking on legendary mode. And as y'all know, legendary mode, that's the hardest way to do trucking. You see, you got easy mode, company driver, medium mode, cash truck driver, could be an owner operator with low expenses, could be leased to own, could have your own authority. That's all medium mode. Then you got hard mode, which is just leasing the truck. Leasing the truck. But then you got legendary mode, which is also leasing a truck, but you're with the Russians. The difference between hard and legendary mode is the lease drivers on hard mode, they use a 70-hour clock. Maybe at Prime Meat, Snyder, Warner, or any other company, 70-hour clock, 1 ELD. When you take it to legendary mode, that's when you at 2 and 3 and 4 log books, leasing a truck. Legendary mode, not one of the absolute hardest way to do trucking. Legendary mode. Now,
all right. So just in case let's catch y'all up to speed. When he's talking legendary mode, he's using a term and a reference that is reference to video games. You know, if you're familiar with the Madden, all Madden. If you're familiar with 2K, you have the legendary mode. If you're familiar with any kind of sports game, you know, the legendary mode would be the hardest part, would be the hardest mode of the game, the most difficult, right? Where you get the most resistance. The computer is going to be at its absolute most challenging, right? And the easiest mode would be rookie, right? So he's talking about it like, you know what? Most people, they start off in rookie mode. That would be the easy mode, rookie mode, company driver, right? And then somehow we graduate up to legendary mode, which would be leasing. But then he put the mid tier in the middle on the operator. This is interesting. Let's go.
You could be with the Russians and still be on easy mode. 1099 company driver. Let's just say you get 65 cents a mile, all miles. You know what the deductions are. Maybe they taking $100 a week out your check. You know, $40 occupational, maybe a little bit of escrow. But
why
you drive the truck, you can calculate what your pay is. That's all easy. Even if you running, 2 and 3 log books, that's still easy because first you ain't got to do it. See, at least drive on legendary mode, they got to do it. They got to do it because if they don't do it, they're going to be in a hole. Company driver, you run 70 hours, you still getting a positive check. You just got the incentive to keep going.
That's a fact, boy. Whenever you think about being, a company driver, and you could just work all week long, and you're gonna get a settlement. If you get into an accident, I'm just saying, and you're not at fault, right? You're gonna get a check. You're gonna get a check. But boy, a lease operator, you go down for a week, you stuck like Chuck.
I said a mile, okay, well, I'm at 3,500 miles, but but if I go, a little bit, if I go 90 hours, I can do 4,200 miles, and that's 65. Okay, so it makes sense. But legendary mode, one of the hardest ways to do trucking. One of the hardest ways to do trucking. I seen PH today. Yep, PH, I believe you doing trucking on legendary mode. But I noticed something when you said something about your check. I think you said you gross think it was like 5,000, 5,500. Took home about 600.
Boy, that must be the magic number these days.
I understand dispatcher wasn't there. But when I did the math, I said, wait a minute. He signed up to do 88% split. 88, he get 88%. The carrier take 12%. That's what he signed up for. But some kind of way, the carrier then found a way to pay him the 12%, and they keep the 88%.
I mean, you know what? You know, in the industry, right? You know that you'll see some advertisement. You know, you keep 75%, the carrier keeps 25%. You know, there's a split on the load, right? I've seen some that do 50-50, right? Depending on, you know, who you are, right? I seen, you know, 60-40, uh 88-12, that's one, right? And he's like, they somehow flipped it on him where the company keeps the biggest portion of the check, right? And you ended up being with the scraps, and that's where the hell I'm at. Like, yo, this he spoke to me, bro.
That's what I'm serious. I did the math. I said, wait a minute.
It's crazy.
Grossed about 5,500.
Yep.
Now, if I times that by 12%, that's $660. Hey, brother, they giving you the 12%.
That's a fact.
I don't think you have to quit the company. I think when I was at the same company, and this ain't what this video is about, but when I was at the same company, I said to myself, because I wanted to lease a truck, but they wouldn't let me. In order to do the 88-12 split, I believe you had to grow for it to make sense. When I calculated it, I think I had to gross over $8,000 every week. If I wasn't grossing more than $8,000 per week, then
gonna speed it up,
or the 80%, it made more sense. In your case, I would just say, hey, look, and think about it. Tell me what to do the 80%, because I believe on the 80%, well, the carrier get 80%. No, my bad. Shoot, the carrier get 20%. You get 80%. I don't even think they're gonna charge you for anything other than insurance. I think the trailer and all these other deductions, cargo, I think all that stuff is free. You just pay, weekly insurance. No truck, no nothing. Is that a truck note? I don't remember because it's been a minute. But check on the percentage. But
he gotta have a truck note, dog. I mean, for him to gross 5,500 and then only bring home like 600, he gotta have a truck note. Gotta.
Take the video. What I want to talk about is my cost of operation. Is the video recording on this right now? Oh no, not yet. It's 2:00. My cost of operation: cash, truck driver, with my own authority. How much do I pay? What's my fixed cost? I figure I'll show you guys. But before I do that, I gotta do my disclaimer. This particular video, under no circumstances, is to motivate you, influence you, or encourage you to go out there and get no cash truck, get no authority, or do anything that I'm talking about in this video other than what I told Party Hard to look into, okay? Now we got that out the way. Let's start with my insurance.
Let's go. You know, because he had to throw that disclaimer out there, because what's going to happen is some people going to watch the video and they're going to be like, man, and they're going to go out there and find them an old cash truck, raggedy truck that got, 800,000 miles on it, and they're going to purchase it. And then, once that motor blow up, right, they're going to blame Andrew. They're gonna blame you, Drew. They'll say you did it. His DM's gonna be flooded. So it's good that he put that disclaimer out there. He had to.
I go through Geico. Geico charged me about $1,306 a month. If I break that down into weekly payments,
All right, so he got a $1,300 uh monthly insurance, man. Just off the top of my head, that's a little over $300.
that's about $327 a week that
Mm-hmm.
I pay for insurance. So for all you guys at least on to different carriers out there, if they charge you, for example, look at your settlement, they charge you $300 a week for insurance, $325, $350, $400. Understand, you're already paying for your authority.
Now we're gonna look at my insurance too, right, to see if it makes sense.
You already paying for the authority, so you don't have to guess. If I get my own authority, man, can I make it? First, you already paying for the authority. The only difference is it just ain't your name on the door. That's it. If your name ain't on the door, it ain't your equipment. That's all. But you paying for the authority. It's right there in the settlement. Now we got that part out the way. I paid $327 a week. It actually went up. I needed to go down, but it went up. Now, if I want to pull a drive-in, now y'all know I don't buy any more trailers anymore because trucking on the authority side have changed to we no longer, in my opinion, have to buy trailers. We just got better ways of getting trailers. So I got options. I can do drive-in, flatbed, or reefer. This month I can be pulling drive-in. Next month I can pull a reefer in December, and in January I can be doing flatbed. I have options to do that now under my authority. Okay, so let me start with drive-in. The nearest drive-in trailer I can go pick up tomorrow is right here in Memphis, Tennessee, from Fleet Equipment. It's about $800 a week. No, my bad, $800 a month, which is $200 a week. Brand new 2025 drive-in trailer. Okay, from Fleet Equipment. If I want to pick up a flatbed trailer, I believe the nearest one was down in Alabama. I'll put it up on the screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at. Well, I'm not looking at, but you guys can see where my numbers come from. I believe the nearest flatbed trailer was from Snyder, down somewhere near Alabama area. But anyways, it's about $300 a week. That's 12.
All right, so you got what he said, 300 a week for the insurance, 300 for the trailer.
$100 a month, somewhere around about $1,200 a month for 30 days, which breaks down to about $300 a week. And then a reefer trailer, I forgot what a reefer trailer was at, but wherever it's at, it was Covenant Transport. They reefers is also $300 a week, about $1,200 a month. And I can use any one of these trailers, drive-in reefer or flatbed trailer. I can use them 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 6 months, a whole entire year, 5 days, 4 days, 1 day. They charge day by day. It's daily price. It's the same price, but they only charge X amount of dollars per day, and you just pick how many days you need to use the trailer, okay? And they got plenty of trailers all over the United States. So let me just use drive-in trailer for easy math, $200 a week. So my insurance is $327 a week, and when you add the drive-in of $200 in, that brings my fixed cost to $527 per week.
527 per week fixed cost. Right? Okay, so you got that week. So let's run it back. So we got the lease purchase drivers who have a fixed cost of $1,200 a week, $1,300 a week, $1,500 a week. All right, let's go.
Thing I pay out of that, other than those two fees, I get a factor in 3%, and I pay fuel. So let me break down some numbers for you. Let's say I got to drive in, I gross $7,500 for the week.
Now, this is my question right here. Where are you? What company are you at where you can gross $7K a week? Because I need their information ASAP, brother. Like, yo, bruh. You got a company out there that's paying $7K a week. I think I could swing one of those expensive truck notes. I'm running up the bag. What company, dog? Chasing Andrew. Bruh, hold on. Let me go to this view right here. Bruh. Hey. 7K a week. What company you at, cuz? I need to know. Like, I need to know. I wanna know what company you at. Yeah, I wanna know. So I can bring that bread and more. I wanna know. want to know. I want to know. Get back to my view. Shoot, let me know so I can. And I'll give you a kickback on that too.
So I do 7,500 times 0.03. That's
7,500.
That's $225 I get a factoring, and that way I can get paid out to every loan. I understand, hey, Andrew, shouldn't be doing factoring. You should be a million now. You should have a bunch of cash in the bank account. Totally understand that. I've been doing this 6 years, so I like my factoring company. I've been doing it a long time, and ain't had no issues. So $7,500 minus 225. That's $7,275. Then we do my fixed costs, which was $527. Let me show you the math. Boom, there we go. 7,500 is the gross.
7,500, dog. Clean as a whistle, dog. 7,500. Like, yo, what company you at, man? For real. For real. Dry van, hey, reefer. What company? What the name of the company? Email me, brother. Leave a comment on the video. Let me know.
25 is for factory. That's at 3%. And then my fixed cost $527. We left. After all expenses, we are left with $6,748. And
now that's a whole lot better. And let's just for shits and giggles, right? Say that, you know, out of that 7,500, that we get one of those weekly payments, right? You know, and it's $5, right? I mean,
one more thing we got to pay for, and that's fuel.
Give me that. And let's just say that fuel gonna be out of that $5. Let's use the number that he's going to use, because he's going to say about 2 racks. Still left with 3. Like, I'm.
So the question is, on $7,500, 7,500 gross, how much fuel am I gonna spend? Now, I understand fuel right now busted you guys upside the head.
It is. It's expensive.
Totally understand.
Very.
Me personally, my fuel right here by my truck is $2.85 at the Speedway using mud flap, but everybody ain't got their own fuel card. But on average, I can get fuel for about, across the whole United States and South California, I can get fuel for $3.50 using mud flap, which anybody can use mud flap. I don't know why y'all ain't got your own fuel cards, but when you get this authority, you damn right you're gonna have your fuel. Either you're gonna have your own fuel card, or you're gonna be paying whatever that pump price say off your debit card for.
Oh, you say what, man?
To South California, I can get fuel for $3.50 using mud flap, which anybody can use mud flap. I don't know why y'all ain't got your own fuel cards, but when you get this authority, you damn right you're gonna have your fuel. Either you're gonna have your own fuel card, or you're gonna be paying whatever that pump price say off your debit card, fool.
Hey, man, why you talking to me like that, man? Hold up. Why you talking to me like that, dog? Don't be talking to me like that, man. Don't be calling me no damn fool. You can call me a fool, but don't call me a damn fool. Let's go.
Let's just say we had $6,748. Let's just say I used $2,000 in diesel.
Sure.
With the drive in.
Sure.
That means after the fuel is spent, I'm left with $4,748. And that's if I use $2,000 in diesel.
And I'm just saying, right? Because I'm just saying, like, if you had one of those truck payments, that's $1,000 a week, right? Even with that 4,700, you knock it down another, 1,500. Like, you doing all right. Another 1,000, you're doing all right. I mean, 3,200 after expenses, it ain't terrible, right? It's not 4,700, but it ain't terrible. Like, you can work that off. Like, you know what? You can see some leeway, you know what I mean? Like, you're paying for, I think what you're doing is, when you have one of those lease purchase trucks, man, you're paying for, what are you paying for? I guess the luxuries that come with like a newer truck, your AC ain't never gonna go out, right? Everything is usually under warranty somehow, right? Usually probably come with some type of maintenance package, you know. But man, 4,700.
7,500 gross. That's paying for everything. That's factoring. That's the brand new trailer. That's insurance, and that's the fuel bill. And that's only 7,500 gross. That's what driving in. If it was a flatbed trailer, it cost me an extra $100.
So he said it, man. That's driving.
Maybe the gross would go up a little bit more. If it was a reefer, I'd pay a little bit more for reefer fuel.
Sure.
High rates though. Let's just say I grossed, for all you guys that want to run 2-3 logbooks. Maybe you got the reefer. I'm out running like my favorite lease driver because every week, no matter what's going on, he could be power only. He could be no trailer at all. He could just be Bob telling. He gonna gross 10,000 a week. So let me do 10,000 a week. 3% for factoring is $300. My fixed cost is $527, but then we're gonna add an extra $100 for the reefer. We ain't gonna do drive in with the reefer. So it'll be $627. So 10,000 minus the $300 for factoring, minus $627. That's $9,073. That's paying for the factoring, the reefer trailer, and the insurance. We only have to cover fuel. Let's say the fuel is $2,500. That's $6,573. So when you guys are watching YouTube and you laughing real hard at Andrew, hey, I don't, Andrew, it's all your fault that they not making it. They not making it because you told them to get that damn old truck with the 12.7 that ain't ever broke down since, that's your fault, Andrew.
You did.
They ain't making no money. They spending too much in breakdowns, Andrew, because you told them to get that old raggedy truck. That's your fault, Andrew. And after you get done doing all that, you wake up one.
You did tell him to get that old truck, man.
And they shopping buying a reefer. They paying cash for a reefer. And we ain't, hello? I ain't heard nothing from we ain't heard nothing. They don't have nothing more to say. So when you guys are wondering where all the money comes from, that's why I just run, guys, calculator. Basic math. Just basic math.
Shout out to the big dog, man. He gets some air horns for that. Oh no, that ain't an air horn. Hold up. Jesus, man, I need to get my my switchboard back together. All right, back to this screen right here. That was chasing Andrew, so we're gonna look at some settlements, man. I got some settlements. We're gonna go through. We're gonna work our way backwards. Am I gonna work backwards, or do I gonna want to go forward? Let's go ahead and dive right on in where we are. All right, here we go. So y'all get to see my settlements. This is really my settlement, right? You get to see what I made year to date for deductions. You know what I'm saying? $79,000 in deductions, man. All right. $79,000 in deduction. So I got the legal plan. And let me tell you something about this legal plan too. I think I'm gonna cancel it because I had called them asking about some help on a situation that was that happened in Kentucky. And they said the only thing we take care of is speeding tickets. I'm like, speeding tickets? I don't got no damn speeding ticket. What the hell? Anyway, so we have accident contract, right? $200. Okay. Cash advance, $150. Base plates, $50. Bobtail insurance, $8. Easy pass, It's $50 one time fee. Fuel purchase $1,300. I spent $44,000 in fuel this year so far. Then there's a liability limiter. I need to find out what the hell that is. Occupational accidental insurance, 2715. Oil and death, $54. Hold on, let me make sure. Nope. 112 for the week. Oil and death for the week, 112. This is my weekly expenses. Physical damage insurance is 54 $54.52. They charge you for the tablet, $23. They charge you for a toll usage fee, which I think that's good if you're going to be going somewhere that got tolls. If you ride on toll roads, it's $100 a week. Then you have the escrow weekly deduction is $100. Then it says if the admin fee is 50 cents, $25 for their premium load board, which I don't think that is as good as advertised. I really don't. Because I usually like to use dropping hooks. I prefer dropping hook situations. Roadmasters. It says Roadmasters is $200 for the year. Scale charges, $19.75. Weight station bypass, $2.31. Okay. Then it has SFI truck payment. Here we go. Every week is this right here. 1,797 cents every week. All right. Now you might ask, well, why is it 1,700? I had a situation where my truck was down, so I said, hey, let's try to get up out the hole with a payment and a half to get out the week. So this is basically one payment and a half. And as you can see, so far this year, I have spent 15,000 on an SFI truck. Still got a long way to go. And then we got withholdings right here, $114 a week. And then it says administration fee, $2, which bring my grand total of deductions for the week at $4,065.93 damn cent. $4,000 worth of deductions, man. God almighty knows. So my biggest deductions would be this truck payment and fuel. Okay. I could probably finagle and wiggle off some other stuff. All right. And for the whole year though, look at my deductions for the whole year. Almost $80,000 in deductions. 79,713.82, man. Good God, for the whole year. And the reason why it's such a good God moment is because we're gonna go back to what it looks like for the whole. Let me see. Compare it to what we did for the year, which is crazy. Let's see. $79K in deductions for the whole year. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. All right. Y'all see that? So for the year to date, I have more deductions than I do actual damn net. Right? So I grossed 142K. 142K so far. That is my gross. Okay. Deductions of $79,713.82 versus me bringing home $62,859.15, man. So when Andrew had made that joke about, man, they done figured out how to give you 12% and they kept 88, boy, that I felt that in my spirit. Like, damn, dog. Like it ain't even a 50-50 split. It ain't even a 50-50 split at this moment, you know? And let's just say that because this is a lease purchase, situation, you know? $4,700. So whenever you see these lease purchase drivers, man, they be talking about, man, I done grossed this much per week. I done did this, did that, and I grow. So I ended up grossing 4,700 for the week, right? But I'm only bringing home $674.57, man. All right, that's rough. That is rough right there. That is rough. That's a rough week. And tell you the truth, this is my first net positive uh in over a month. This is my first net positive in a month. We're gonna go ahead and do some backtracking because and show y'all what was my previous settlement. Okay. Oh, you know what? This one was $100. Okay. So show y'all this one right here. All right. So I had gross 4,500 this week or last week, 4,516 and 57 cents, and with a net of $100, $119.60. Total gross for the whole week, $4,636.17, man. So the deductions were 4,500, man. So the company they got me on the short end of the stick where they keep the large portion and give me the peanuts. But that's rough, I'm telling you. That is rough. So the truck made $4,636, but the driver, he made $100. $100. All right, let's go to the week prior to that. Let's go to the week prior to that, man. This will be the week of the 7th. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now this one right here. Stick it in your hole, yeah. Make it oh yeah. All right. Next page. All right here. So we got a net pay of 0. So we grossed 3,106 cents with a gross pay of 0. Mm, mm, mm. You know, it's tough just looking at this, looking at the percentage and flops. Like, damn, man, the truck actually made $3,000. Like, the truck makes $3,000. You didn't make $3,000. The truck made $3,000. Driver is left with a big fat 0. 0. Mm-mm-mm. Driver is left with 0. We're gonna go one more week. Yep. So this would be October 31st. That settlement, and I could keep going because it was rough. Let's go ahead and get it so y'all can see it. All right. So this one a little bit better. This one has gross earnings for the week is $4,207.65. Deductions of $3,353. $3,353.96 with a net pay of $853. Man, look, it's tough, man. It's tough. It is tough, you know. Got that 80-12s, got that 88-12 split, bro. Tough, man. All right. So let's go one more. Oh man, I ain't even see that one, did you? So, but y'all gonna see this one though. All right. Okay. All right. This is when that truck was in the shop. See that? October 22nd. And there's a net pay of 0. But guess what, though? All these deductions are still happening. Still happening, man. Still. Okay? All of these deductions are still happening. They're going to get their money, rain, sleet, or snow, baby. Hmm? Mm. You may not make anything for the week, but guess what? I'm going to use the words of Andrew. Mr. Charlie going to get his, though. He going to get his. He's going to get the butter from the duck. He going to get the butter from the duck, baby. And you the duck with the butter dripping on your back. All right. One more week, man, because it's been rough. I'm telling you. It's been rough. All right. This is another one with 0. Okay. See that? 0 week for this is for the week of October 15th. And they're gonna make their deductions, man. They're gonna get the butter from the duck, baby. Legal plan still coming out. They didn't charge me for plates or insurance that week. Let me see, occupational insurance, toll usage, all of that is 0. SFI payment 0. Okay. Says escrow interest on the escrow interest. They're gonna charge me interest. Damn, dog. That's rough. All right, so like I said, you can see right here, man, your boy $0, man. Yeah, it's rough, dog. I mean, what can I say? Net zero. 000. So you say you want to be a owner operator? You want to be a lease purchase driver? These are some of the weeks that you will have. You will have a month like that if you ain't careful. Let's get back to this week right here. Let me see something. I'm about to go ahead and shut it down a little bit. All right. So once again, we're just looking at this settlement, man. The one where I got $4,000 worth of deduction. So I grossed 4,700. Let me so y'all can see. So I grossed 4,700, $4,740.50 with deductions of $4,065.93, bringing home $74.57. That is that's rough, man. I'm telling you, that is rough, 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 rough. Okay. And my gross for the year is $142,000. $142,509.82 with deductions of $79,713.82. Bringing home, drum roll, please, $62,859.15. Didn't even bring home half of your damn earnings, dog. Golly. Didn't even bring home half. Mm, mm, mm. And with it coming into the holidays, right? It it ain't gonna get much better than that. It's not. Mm, mm, mm. All right, so my truck payment is 1,100 a week. You know, when you add in insurance and all of that good stuff, man, it's 1,100 a week. The actual payment is 700, but then insurance on top of that will make it 1,100. So 1,100 a week. Mm. So what y'all think? What y'all think? Is lease purchase, is that something that y'all interested in? And there are some cheaper companies out there. If y'all want to know about some cheaper companies that y'all can probably run with, let me know. I could definitely help you out. Hell, I sound like I need to help myself, ain't it? All right. But yeah, man, y'all just saw my settlements for the whole month, man. For the whole month of November. Let's see, 600, 800, yeah, $1,400, man. Going into December. Hey, Christmas gonna be kind of slim this year. Hey, Christmas will be kind of slim this year, man. I might have to start selling some things to make money to make it work. But yeah, man, this is your boy, the Little Money Trucker. Okay. Um, Shout out to Chase and Andrew for the great video, man, for sharing some great information, dog. Definitely motivated me. Yo, give me that company name, email me, dog. I mean, leave a comment. I mean, cause 7,500 a week, that's damn good. You know what I'm saying? That's damn good. If you can do that today. I haven't heard rates like that, um, settlements like that in about 3 years. So if we can do that, we can definitely make some money moving forward, though, man. But yo, hit me up. Let me know, man. I'm gonna tag you to the video. You know what I'm saying? We need to link up, man. And because I do think next year a cash truck is on the way. I really do believe that. But yo, till next time, man. This is your boy, the Big Money Trucker, exposing the lease purchase driver settlements. It was rough this year, dog. Until next time, man. Y'all stay safe, stay legal, and stay sucker free, man. We out.